Hello students, how are you? Today I am going to explain you about the ions and their types, electrovalent compounds, and we will see the orbital diagrams of some electrovalent compounds. We know atoms want to be stable, so they have to complete their octet or duplet. In order to complete their octet or duplet, atoms have to lose, gain or share electrons. What happens when an atom lose or gain electron? When an atom lose or gain electron, they form ions. So what are ions? Ions are the charged particles formed due to loss or gain of electron by the atoms of an element. Do all the ions same? No, all the ions are not same. There are of two types, cation and anion. What are cations? Cations are the positively charged ions formed due to loss of electrons. Metals including hydrogen form the cations. Let us see with the example. Sodium atom, its electronic configuration is 281. So it has to lose one electron to complete its octet. So it will lose one electron and form the sodium ion. But in the modern form, we will write like this: sodium arrow sodium ion plus 1 electron for the sake of convenience only. Magnesium, its electronic configuration is 282. So it will lose 2 electrons and form magnesium ion and plus 2 electrons. Similarly, hydrogen, it will lose 1 electron and form hydrogen ion plus 1 electron. Here hydrogen ion plus 1 electron shows that it has lost 1 electron. What are anions? They are the negatively charged ions formed due to gain of electron or electrons. Generally, non-metals form the anions. For example, chlorine, its electronic configuration is 287, so it need 1 electron to complete its octet. So chlorine gain 1 electron and form chloride ion. Similarly, oxygen, its electronic configuration is 26, so it needs 2 electrons. It gains 2 electrons and form oxide ion. For nitrogen, its electronic configuration is 25, so it needs 3 electrons and forms the nitride ion. What happens when two oppositely charged ions combine? When two opposite charges combine, they form a chemical bond that is called the electrovalent or ionic bond. What are electrovalent bond? Electrovalent bond or the ionic bond, the chemical bond formed as a result of transfer of electron or electrons by the atoms of different elements. Let us see the different electrovalent compounds. Electrovalent compounds are formed due to transfer of electrons by the atoms of different elements, and electrovalent compounds are formed between metals and non-metals. Some of the examples of electrovalent compounds are sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, zinc oxide, calcium oxide, and many more. In the formula of the electrovalent compound, we will write the metal first and the non-metal later on. Here it is important to know cesium fluoride, CSF. It is the most ionic compound as cesium has the maximum tendency to lose electron while fluorine has the maximum tendency to gain electron. So it is the most ionic compound, cesium fluoride. Let us see the orbital structures of some electrovalent compounds. Here the first one is sodium chloride. Let us see the orbital structure of sodium chloride. Sodium, its electronic configuration is 281. So in the outermost shell there is 1 electron. Chlorine, its electronic configuration is 287. So there are 7 electrons in the outermost shell. it has one electron in the outermost shell, so sodium has to erg to lose the electron, and chlorine, it has to gain one electron. So sodium will lose one electron to chlorine and chlorine will gain the electron. So sodium will form the sodium ion and chlorine will be turned into chloride ion. When the two oppositely charged ions are combined, they form the ionic compound, that is sodium chloride. Let us see the orbital diagram of magnesium chloride. Electronic configuration of magnesium is 282. That means it has to lose 2 electrons, whereas chlorine 287, one chlorine atom will gain 1 electron, but magnesium has to lose 2 electrons, so 2 chlorine atoms are required. Let us see in the diagram. Magnesium, in the outermost shell there are 1 and 1, 2 electrons. Chlorine, in the outermost shell they have 7 electrons, 7 electrons. So 1 electron is transferred to first chlorine atom and another electron is transferred to second chlorine atom. So magnesium turns to magnesium ion and chlorine turns to chloride ion. There is a force of attraction exerted between the two oppositively charged ions. This force is called the Coulomb force. I will explain later on the Coulomb force. Let us see the orbital diagram of calcium oxide. Calcium will lose 2 electrons and oxygen will gain 2 electrons. So it is easy for calcium to donate 2 electrons to oxygen. Calcium will form calcium ion and oxygen will form oxide ion, and in this way the compound is formed. Coulomb force. It is the force of attraction between two charged particles. If the charges are of same type, there will be repulsive force, and if the charges are opposite, then it is attractive force. Dear students, the orbital diagram, it is very difficult to show the structure of the compound. So Lewis made another way to represent the structure of compounds, that is called electron dot structure. Let us see the electron dot structure of the formation of sodium chloride, magnesium chloride and calcium oxide. Here is the formation of sodium chloride. Sodium, it has 1 electron in the outermost shell, so it will lose 1 electron to chlorine and it forms sodium ion and chloride ion. When these opposite charges combine, they form the sodium chloride, a ionic compound. Let us see magnesium chloride. Magnesium, it has 2 electrons in the outermost shell, so it will lose 2 electrons to both chlorine atom and it forms magnesium ion and the chloride ion. So here we have shown only the outermost valence electrons for the formation of magnesium chloride. Similarly, in case of calcium oxide, we will show only the valence electrons. Then it is called the electron dot structure of the formation of different compounds. Let us see some of the properties of electrovalent compounds. They are solid, for example, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, copper sulfate and many more. They are hard and brittle. They have high melting and boiling point. They are soluble in water. They do not conduct electricity in solid state, but they conduct electricity in molten or liquid state. And the important is they are stable. They are stable because there is a strong force of attraction between the opposite charged particles. Hope the things are clear. If you find this video helpful, must click on the like button. Thank you. Have a nice day. Have a nice study.